let me know when you get dizzy. Don't know why, but the Vista unit has not the security bracket, and then I can be disconnected while flying, or after a crash you don't notice. So I applied a big fat blob of hot glue onto the UFL connector just to make sure it doesn't come off. There are a lot of connectors. Okay, we see a lot of cables being soldered onto the bottom side of the FC, mainly all the GPS cables and also the DJI data cables, and this JST port here will gonna be the right choice. It reads ground, 5 volt and RC, and don't get fooled by the color of my cable here. I just didn't want to replug it because I tried and I weakened one connector already. So the yellow is ground, black is 5 volts and red is signal or channel 1. And I have to use this in S-Bus mode, not in Crossfire mode. I will take this. The other option is, as you can read in a perfect guide that I will link you, you have to solder, debridge one solder here and bridge another, and that's way too small for me. The chances of me breaking something are so high, so I didn't want to go this route. I would have to go this to use Crossfire on the RC pad. This has to be one of the coolest Lazy Susan life hacks. Gotta make sure you're centered though. We are 2 minutes 40 into, waiting for GPS. Don't get fooled by the Betaflight OSD. It always shows 14 satellites when it doesn't have any. But the LED and long show 0. I have the quad sitting here at a slight angle, so the GPS would be even better. So yes, waiting for GPS, at least for the first fix. The second fix should go faster, but the first fix takes way too long, 5 minutes. So I can try to fly around with the spec without GPS support. It is set up to allow me arming without GPS, which is not a good idea if you intend to use return to home with GPS. But on this copter I don't rely on anything, to be honest. Big failure for me on this copter is it doesn't have a working volt sensor. It doesn't have any amp sensor at all, so you don't see your milliamps, which I could live with. But I don't even see voltage, a working one. So you see something and it fluctuates, so it's not just a static 12 or 16 volt. It fluctuates, but if you want to go into Betaflight and adjust the scale, calibrate the volt sensor, yes, you can do this, but it still won't work because you can calibrate it to the exact voltage the battery currently has. But if you then connect another battery with a different voltage, you see bullshit. So see, now it's calibrated to a 3-cell battery. It says 12.4 volts, but I clearly have nice 4-cell. You count 4 packs here, so that should be like 16. And it's of course a no-go for long-range missions, because if you're out very far, you want to know how much you have left in the tank, not just based on time. Maybe that's just a fault on my unit. And I'm once again, dare you other reviewers. I'm a bit disappointed that the other reviews are not too bad. The one review that I liked about this was the one from Dave C. I totally envy him in terms of how he could stay so objective to such a rip-off of his work. Even he found it to fly quite good. So now, after 6.5 minutes, we have something, but we don't have anything to be proud of, I reckon. I can look this up where this is, maybe Bali or something like this. Maybe this is a desirable spot on Earth. It's not Glocknitz, that's for sure. Shame on your GPS, little shadow fiend. Frame is bendy, but lightweight. Lightweight means efficiency in terms of flying times. Okay. I like how stable it looks or feels. So the tune is not bad. So yeah, this is very silent and locked in, flying really nice. And if it's like 50 meters away, you don't even hear it. It's the perfect like sub 250 toy to play around in the town. But of course we don't have any wind, which is extremely helpful for those little copters. They are not so much fun if you have wind.
Timer 1 elapsed.
And it's now 6 minutes. Okay, after having it sitting there for 10 minutes to acquire GPS, and then flying 6 minutes and 20 on a 650 mAh 4-cell, I have good value of 26% and 15 volts. So you can roughly estimate 100 milliamps or less per minute. So on a 600 fly 6 minutes, 1200s maybe fly 11 minutes. Okay, so let's wrap up my review of the Eachine Shadow Find. I like the lightweight. I don't care too much about the bendy frame. I got my Crossfire like on the Flywoo on the front. I think this is an advantage. I like that the flight control has like plug sockets. I don't want to solder stuff on the small flight controls. I'm not so good at this. Not so nice is the thing that you cannot get it in the Crossfire protocol mode unless you do the solderbridge thing, which I don't want to do either because it's very tiny. I like the fact that it came with a normal Caddx Vista Cam and not like the Chimera with the nebula. I don't like the fact that it has no security bracket on the UFL connector. I absolutely hate the fact that it has not a working voltage sensor, which might be just a fault on this unit. Other guys having this, please tell me, do you have working voltage, yes or no? And I don't like the fact that the GPS is kind of shitty, taking 10 minutes. Of course on the second connect it will go faster, but yeah. Like how it flies. Would I spend like $250 or euros on it? I don't know. I think I would invest a bit more and go with the iFlight. At least in this stage. Maybe they can fix some of the issues. But other than this, yeah. It is a nice cruiser and I will keep using it, of course, if I want to have just fun flying around here. I can still use this little 4-cell lipos and then throw a timer on my remote to, like, as I said, rule of thumb, If you have a 650 milliamp battery, set 6 minutes, maybe 5 if you fly faster, acrobatic. Yeah, you can do some basic acro with it, not too much. I will also make or have online already the second part of my review or my thoughts about these HD Lions. I kind of like Lion cells now. I get it that you need, but yeah, that's in the Lion review then. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks my patrons for supporting me. Thanks you guys for watching, for commenting, subscribing if you found this by by random. Thanks guys. See you next time. Bye for now.